YouTube, how the fuck you doing? Hey guys, Nadeshot. Today, I'm bringing a brand new video. Production team outdid themselves with this one. This is a series called Unboxing My Life. Basically, my assistant, my girl, and the production team, they grabbed a bunch of items from the 100 Thieves content house, my office here at the 100 Thieves Cash App compound, and they stuck them in boxes. I don't know what they grabbed. I'm definitely not the most organized person in the world, so if there was something taken from my bedroom or my office, I damn sure would not notice it. So this is something I'm actually pretty excited about because we're gonna talk about how these items have shaped my life, the background story behind some of the most important moments in my life, and I'm looking forward to it. So let's get it started. I got specific instructions not to break these boxes because then they're gonna reuse them. You know what's funny? I've never really understood, I can't figure out in my head how you do this. Okay. A basketball? All right, look. Growing up, traditional sports was probably the #1 thing I spent my time doing, whether it was playing, whether it was watching. You guys would be surprised if I told you that video games really didn't take over my life until I was like 14. This was like the origins of my competitive spirit. All I wanted to do was beat my other brother. I looked up to him in everything that we did, but unfortunately he had a growth spurt. He's like 6'3", and I'm this. The house I grew up, my dad built. It was like 3 bedrooms. I had bunk beds with my brother. We shared a bedroom. In a reaction video that I did for my second channel, you can actually see my bunk beds with like all the 90s logos from the NBA teams. Those were my bed sheets. I had framed pictures of like 96, 97 Bulls with Scottie Pippen, Jordan. Look, man, Chicago basketball, it just goes hand in hand. So that helped shape me quite a bit. Next item, look, oh man, the off-white UNC blue Jordan 1s, man. Look, I don't think I've actually ever worn this sneaker. I am too afraid to wear this sneaker. I mean, I've got my Travis Scotts on, but I feel like the Travis, I'm really not trying to flex here. You guys know, look, a lot of you probably came to this channel in the last 3 years or the last 4 years because of my sneaker unboxings. I love sneaker culture. It's probably one of my favorite hobbies that I've had as an adult. When I couldn't afford shit and I was broke as hell, I was wearing the same pair of shoes for probably years and years and years to come. My mom was shopping at Payless. And so anytime I buy a new pair of sneakers, to be honest with you, it gives me a second to reflect on how far we've come. Kind of shaped the change in my YouTube channel, if you think about it. Prior to sneaker unboxings and unboxings in general, I was really only posting Call of Duty content and some vlogs from the OpTic house. I think a lot of creators on YouTube are afraid to break the mold of like what their audience started watching them for.
I've never like reviewed or unboxed a pair of sneakers, so I apologize, but these just look absolutely incredible.
So I'm glad that I didn't really kind of silo myself off in one place, and sneaker unboxings were an outlet to share other passions with my audience rather than just Call of Duty. Boom. Yeah. So far, so good. Oh, okay. I like this one. Hell yeah. This is a picture of me and my pops, my dad. My dad is, you know, I know everybody says it, so it's gonna sound cliche. My dad is my hero, truly. I mean, the things that my family has gone through, my dad being like the head of the household, really like shepherding and making sure that everybody's good. I mean, it just means the world to me. I mean, look, I am in a place in my life where I'm really happy. I feel like I've reached a level of success that I never thought would be possible. But my dad, I mean, to this day, he's still working 8-10 hours a day as a carpenter in Chicago. Out of high school, he married my mom and he went into trade school immediately. Had 3 kids very young and never complained about it once. I mean, this man is up at 4 a.m. every single day, busting his ass, then coming home, then working on the house, working side jobs. I mean, he was doing everything he could to provide for his family. I'll never ever forget this man, no matter how old I get, even if I got dementia or Alzheimer's, which kind of runs in my family, which is a little weird. I could literally sit here and talk the whole video about my dad, but I think a lot of you guys know, you've heard it before. My dad is the man. Great, all right. Next up, we got this Leica Q2. This is primarily like a point and shoot photography camera. What I did not realize when I started this whole YouTube thing is how much I actually love film, producing, directing, photography. I mean, I had like this shitty like Best Buy $50 camera that I was recording videos back in like 2009 and uploading them to YouTube. But as technology got better and as I actually spent more time away from video games learning about cameras and how they work and how the hell to handle them, you're setting up B-roll shots, you're coming into a room just to leave it so that it looks good. I obsessed over that and it became too much. And I stopped like uploading completely. Now we have an entire production crew that can help me. The reason why I love this camera and the reason why I love that it's in the box, I actually love being behind the camera more than I love being in front of it. I love being able to shape what the audience gets to see. And sometimes I feel like I have a lack of control, but I'm surrounded by people who are much better at what I love to do than I am myself. So this is a great hobby for me. I have a second Instagram account. It's called Nadeshot. I don't upload to it enough just because I'm busy, but I really love this. It's been a great expression of myself. To be honest with you, I don't know how I filmed everything myself and edited and uploaded it. I did it like almost every day for a long time. It almost damn near killed me. So I can talk about this. This is a good video, but too much talking. All right, what else you got in here? All right, haha. This is actually very recent. This was right when I dyed my hair and we picked up our son. His name is Gary. He is a 30-pound miniature golden doodle. I always wanted a dog. I grew up with pets my entire life. We would adopt cats from the animal shelter. I also volunteered there when I was younger. I realized quickly how much responsibility dogs are compared to cats. I'm like, look, I'm not going to get a dog until I know that I can share this dog with another person, AKA my girlfriend now. I think having a puppy, especially a puppy, is like raising a child in a lot of ways for the first year. So be careful, be responsible. I know all dogs need a home. I love my dog, so be careful. Okay, next one up. Ooh, similar theme. We got Gary when he was sleeping on my chest, and then this is my girlfriend, Haley. We've been dating for 2 years. She's the love of my life. She compliments me in all the ways that I could have ever dreamed of that a woman could do for me. I am very short-tempered. I'm not organized. I'm not a patient person.
Alexa, shut up!
Alexa, pause. Could you be nice?
She's a robot. You don't have to be nice to her.
I'm not good at maintaining relationships because I have like severe ADHD. I'm terrible at texting. I'm terrible at emailing. I'm actually really bad at a lot of things like a CEO should be good at in my position. She keeps me in line, you know what I mean? She's like the quintessential opposite of the things that I am. We're like a puzzle piece together. She's like the nicest woman you'll ever meet. She's patient, she's kind-hearted. I'm not even kidding, the last 2 years, she's strengthened my relationship with my entire family. My grandma gets flowers on Mother's Day, and my sister's kids get toys on their birthdays. And she like texts me, hey, I sent your dad a bunch of meats that he can smoke on his new smoker for Father's Day. I'm like, oh my God, my knees gave out. I was just like, I'm so in love with you. Haley gives me the balance that I need in my life to like, having a stressful day, come home, lay in bed, watch TV together. That's like my happy place. So no matter how bad things get, I know that I get to come home to this. So very significant in my life. All right, what's next? Okay, wait, hold on. We got a lot of things happening here. All right. So the theme here, from what I can tell, is golf. All right. I got a lot to say about golf. Golf is having a moment right now. There was a time when golf was very much considered an old man and an old timer sport. Barrier of entry, country clubs, a lot of exclusion. There was definitely an era where golf was like that, and I think Tiger Woods in a lot of ways kind of revolutionized the perception of golf. Listen to me, golf is the greatest sport. You can play this game until you're 80. You can play this game until you're 90. As long as your body doesn't give out, you can go out and play this game. Not only do you get to visit some of the most beautiful places in the world, you're in the outdoors, you're under the sun, vitamin D. It's a game that teaches you etiquette, patience, and you get to hit a ball as far as you can, and you try to get it into a little hole. You try to beat your friends and be better than them at it. And then it's like one of the few places besides like maybe Vegas where you can start drinking at 7 a.m. and nobody bats an eye. A lot to say about golf, but yeah, hey, my dad introduced me to this sport when I was a kid, and I hated it, man. I have really flat feet. My dad would make me walk this course all summer, and I was miserable. I'm like, Dad, I just want to go home and play Halo 2. I'm out. So I was golfing my whole life, then I quit, and then I moved out to LA, and I felt very lonely. It felt like I was on an island, didn't really have much to do besides work. And I realized that one of my buddies who I met in passing at Major League Gaming, who's been around since like 2003, his name is Shibby. Nicest guy you'll ever meet, and turns out that he loves to golf too. So we went out to the course one day, and then ever since we've been best friends. But I've recently started to try to get better and improve because it's something I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. I wanna get better at it. If I didn't have golf, I think I would probably be insane. Oh, this is a golf tournament I won. All right. Look, man, I think if you've been following me for a while, you know the history and the sentimental value of this. I've kept the majority of my OpTic Gaming jerseys. These were probably some of the proudest moments of my life. Being at the forefront of professional Call of Duty and really turning it into the esport that it is today, I'll always take a lot of pride in that, and I'll always cherish the time that I spent on OpTic Gaming. I was on this team from 2009 to like 2015, 15. Some of the greatest memories that I've created with some of the greatest people. I mean, there's really no other way to explain it. I mean, I have 60/50 tattooed on my hand. This was the house that I moved into after I moved out of my parents' house. Lived with my best friends. We made YouTube videos together. We created a legacy that I think will live forever. It's just one of those things that you'll never forget. So I love OpTic Gaming. Next up, this was actually a gift from Nico and her boyfriend. This is Killua from Hunter x Hunter. So along with sneakers, that was a hobby of mine and an outlet that I got to share with YouTube. Anime is something I've been watching ever since I was a kid. I started with Dragon Ball Z. It's kind of like the starter pack for anime. Growing up, I would have dreams of like going Super Saiyan. Yeah, Hunter x Hunter is one of my favorite animes of all time. Anime for me was like, man, when I was in high school, I didn't go out a ton, didn't have a lot of friends, was terrible at socializing, and my mom was sick, and I was just locked away in my bedroom, just trying to like ignore the rest of the world, and I would just watch Naruto. I would binge it. Like, that was before Naruto Shippuden was even finished, and it's unbelievable, like the connection that you can make with like an animated character. I got a bone to pick with a lot of you anime fans nowadays. You guys like to gatekeep anime. All you watch is like Naruto, My Hero Academia. Listen, shut the f up. All right? I don't care what anime you watch, dude. Like, this is an art for all of us to enjoy, and stop like trying to tell people just because something that they watch, you don't get to talk about it because you don't actually know. Idiots. You have no idea how much this helped me when I was a kid. You have no idea how much this could help somebody else out there. So keep your opinions to yourself. All right, last item. I'm gonna tell one last story. This was me when I was 14 years old. This is right around the age when my mom started getting sick, so it's always been like a tough age to look back upon. But one of my favorite memories, actually probably one of the only few memories I can remember of my mom. It's, you know, for anybody that's lost a parent, I lost her when I was 18, but she was sick for so long, it's hard to remember like the good moments, right? You only get to remember her in the pain that she was in and the person that she became because of that pain. And it's a really hard thing to understand unless you've gone through it yourself. So this is one of the only like pure innocent memories that just can never be tarnished or like muddled up and getting old and forgetting things. So the first time I was exposed to Halo 2 was at my buddy's house. It was my brother's friend's house that I was invited to. They had a basement and we would go down there and we'd play Halo, and I was mind blown. Like, it was just like, you didn't have the internet like YouTube back then. You couldn't search these things. You were just watching your friends play a game that you didn't own. I didn't have an Xbox at the time. I was always a PlayStation kid. And after going there, I begged and pleaded with my mom, can we please get an Xbox? Can we please get an Xbox? Finally, she's like, look, if you can find an Xbox on eBay for under like $100, which at that time, now that I understand the world and money, that was like impossible. I'm scrolling through eBay trying to find something, and finally I see an Xbox that's at the price point that we wanted. We order it, it gets shipped to the house, and the thing is in two pieces, like cut in half. It doesn't have a CD drive. The thing is not functional. So just heartbroken. I mean, at that time, this was my world, and it felt like it was coming crashing down. So I was just in a terrible, terrible place. But it just turns out that my birthday was coming around. I was so disappointed that on my birthday when I woke up, I was being a brat, man. I mean, it's so funny, like your perspective of how you were as a kid changes. My mom was a disciplinarian. I mean, she would slap us around, not in like an aggressive way, but I think it helped, to be honest with you. Like, I know people feel differently about that, certain situations, but my mom scream at us, yell at us, punish us. And I think it was like a very firm guiding hand that was necessary. That's why I'm not like out robbing people, killing people, I don't know. I was acting like a brat. She was like, I'm gonna shut the up. Like, stop acting this way. She's like, go outside right now. She had to look at, go outside right now and grab those fucking groceries from the trunk. I'm like, fucking shit, man, it's my birthday, you treat me like this? I go outside and open up the trunk and there's a brand new Xbox from like Best Buy with like Halo 2. I'm about to start crying. One of my favorite memories of all time. I just feel terrible because of how awful it was, and it was great. I miss her a lot. She was a great mom, and that was a great day. So, all right.
Do you want to take a second?
No, I'm good. Let's just end the video. Guys, Unbox My Life. F you production team for putting this one in there. Whew. All right, we lost myself for a second there, but we're back. Unbox My Life. This was a ton of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me ramble on about the things that have made me who I am today. A little self-consuming, but I enjoyed it. I appreciate you guys watching. I think we're gonna have a ton of other creators making videos like this, so if you enjoyed it, please drop a thumbs up. You know, some of my favorite videos that we've done was like the Unwrap series with Chipotle, where we get to learn more about the creators. And I think this is a deeper dive with specific items that have story and meaning behind them. It's like, think about all the shit you've gone through in your life. Every other person has dealt with things in their own way, similar situations, some different. It's wild, the stories that you could hear if you actually take the time to listen. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and you too. We'll see you fudging later. Bye.
Hey, you missed the spot.
I don't even think there's any grass for cut.
Hey, you talk a
I
lot.
think you're just trying to put me to work.
You talk a lot. Come on.
That's it.
I don't think so. Got the front.
That's it.
Hey, get back over there.
I just had the Yeezys clean. What do you want me to do?
Oh my God.
These, you
got a blister?
I'll lose the value on them.